I never wanted to ever be over. I'm not a Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my jiggy, check out my. Now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you're short a few. Oh no, hold up, come on, out the jar, come on. I've been swimming through the process and you can't see me on the Loch Ness. You can proceed with precaution, give the proceeds to my God kids. Older on my conscience, same my pop is. Lame when the pop get drop quick, buy drop kick. Why you gotta lie to me so much, babe? You tell me the same that you told what's his name. If it don't work out, I go back to hustling. Couple 100,000 up in my mother's name. Peace, what peace? Talk about don't shoot, tell that to police. Scared and underprepared, I can see. Promise I'ma get the comments before I decease. I never wanted to ever be over. I'm not a Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my jiggy, check out my. Now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you're short a few. Oh no, hold up, come on, out the jar, come on. Now
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go now.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Second down, Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Let's go.
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Watley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though, and it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that third down, keeping the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. He threw the little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right, that opening drive, keep those chains moving.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Now, Barney!
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, Mayfield. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Noah Spence in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on the punt. Back deep for the Bucs, Deshaun Jackson. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
And Brake, the tight end's got it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. So first and 10 now from the 30. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Let's go now. Sonic! Hey. Sonic!
Play fake. Winston. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Following the interception, Mayfield. 20! And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a first and 10 at the 17.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play fake. Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing, Winston. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's convert. Hey, sub. Let's go. 550. Green, Trevor C.
First down, Winston. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Green, Trevor C.
On play action, Winston. Jackson's got it over the middle. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Deshaun Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down, Mayfield. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lavonte David leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Lavonte David. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Ready. Flash 25.
Jameis to throw it. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hey, sub. Let's go. 3 down. Green, triple C.
3rd and long for Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Room here to run. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Detroit!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, Ray, seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. 1st down, Mayfield. Throw left side taken in by Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Winston now after the fumble recovery. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. First down throw from Mayfield. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. He's got his man on the crossing route.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now it's Jamal Charles in the game. He gets the call here. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mayfield now on second down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
No, check, Patriot!
Mayfield on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Vinny Curry. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Mayfield now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the safety, HastaLaV1ct0r1a's. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. No. Check. Patriot.
Stepping, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point right down the middle, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
Four down. Ready. Blue 80. Let's go.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him.
Easy. Sonic.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Jameis now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And Blake, the tight end's got it. And he's able to get it down. the 25-yard line. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Ready. Blue ready. Hey, sub.
Jameis again. Evans has it left side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. Winston, the offense, with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. Again, it's Winston. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Ready.
Second down, Winston. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Mayfield looks to throw, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Levante David in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Gone!
Mayfield to throw it. Going up top for Miller. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. After this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Winston. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Green, triple C. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Set.
On play action, Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he had been able to haul that one in.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Let's go now.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Off the play fake, Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Joe Schobert in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Justin Evans. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. And they'll go on the ground. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third down and 12. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Green 39. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Over.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Kendall Beckwith on the stop. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big...
Got your notes.